Hi, welcome to Body of Work, where we discuss rap albums and topics regarding rappers. Today's topic is Super Bowl 56 halftime show, the greatest halftime show of all time. Now, before we start this video, I do want to address the issue that Game has by not being able to participate in this last halftime show. And in my opinion, he should have been out there. He means more to LA than a few of the artists that perform, and at one point it was only him and Gorilla Black when it comes to represent LA. But to be honest with you, he's burned too many bridges. One of those bridges being 50 Cent in the early 2000s when their beef actually started. And I honestly cannot see them being on the same stage performing ever again. And then there's Jay-Z, whose company Roc Nation is the one who's setting up some of these Super Bowl halftime shows. And he's taking many shots at Jay-Z. So that bridge being burned is kind of playing against you right now. And there's the reason why I don't see him, and I think he shouldn't be there because of the beef that he has with people. With that being said, let's check out some of the artists who performed at the Super Bowl halftime show. Now, the best thing about this show is definitely the headline, the Dr. Dre and Snoop. Dre did his thing. You know, he's responsible for a lot of these artists and a lot of the hits that they have in their catalog. And Dre showed that he still got it and he's still living his best life even after the terrible divorce he had to go through. I just love to see Dre doing his thing. I love the nod to I Ain't Mad At You. I love that he had Anderson .Paak on drums. I definitely love the talent that he picked. But the best thing about the Super Bowl has gotta be Snoop Dogg. Oh my goodness. I'm about to go on a bold take and say 2022 feels like it's the year of Snoop. Snoop is winning out in these streets. Oh man, coming full circle by buying Death Row Records, dropping the Back on Death Row album, which I will do a review on sooner rather than later. The outfit he had on for the Super Bowl, perfect. Man, Snoop is doing big things out here, yo. I love to see him winning. I love to see things come full circle. But I can't say this without saying I'm surprised Ice Cube wasn't in this Super Bowl. But you know, you can't have everything. It's still a great Super Bowl, and I know they're coming back to LA because SoFi Stadium is definitely a fly-ass stadium. And Snoop Dogg rocked it with his performance. 50 Cent being on this halftime show was an absolute surprise to me. I did not expect him to be there. But to see him there, I always felt like if New York had more Super Bowls, you would see people like 50 Cent, you know, Nas, people like that actually perform in the Super Bowl. And the bad thing about him performing in the Super Bowl came with all these jokes about him getting fat and looking out of shape. And I'll tell you, from being a big guy myself, there is no way a big guy can pull himself up and perform upside down like that without being out of breath. And 50 still performed his lines perfectly being upside down. And if you look at some of the comment sections of people trolling 50 Cent about the weight gain, it's basically people who have no business calling anybody fat in the first place. So I don't get where people get off calling him fat. He's been fit more times in his life than he's been fat. Mary J. Blige performing at the halftime show. I swear, every time she sings, it's almost like you're blessed. Like, so much soul comes out of her when she sings. If you ever had a chance to be at a Mary J. Blige show, I know you felt the energy. She's someone I believe can carry a Super Bowl show herself with all of the hits that she had. And they definitely cleverly selected the tracks that she performed. And I would love to see her actually carry a halftime show by herself. You know, of course, with the guesses that she wanted to put into it, but I definitely want to see her in the near future headline a halftime show. Now, Kendrick always has great performances on stage. I always love to see the different costumes and the different things people wear when they perform on stage with him. I just want to know why you've been missing for so long, though. I mean, I know you showed up on the Busta Rhymes album. I know you showed up on Baby Keem's song. But we really need this album from you, Kendrick. That's all I gotta say. Performance was beautiful, but we need this album from you. I'm not going to get too deep into the details of Eminem's performance at the Super Bowl, but one of the things I do want to see in the near future is that if the Super Bowl ever goes back to Detroit, I would love for Eminem to be the headliner and for him to bring out a bunch of different Detroit artists. Other than that, there was one thing that was brought up about him kneeling, and I just still don't understand why we're still at this point with the NFL. Especially, it's been proven that the NFL and a couple of other people were wrong for going against Kaepernick kneeling, but we're still at this point, and they're thinking of banning Eminem, which I think would be a very big mistake on your part, NFL. But whatever, some things don't change, huh? Now, one of the best things that this Super Bowl halftime show has going for itself is how they cleverly pick which tracks are going to be performed live. I mean, if you look at some of the tracks, they perfectly pick what to play. Starting off with The Next Episode, California Love, the surprise of 50 Cent's doing In the Club, to Mary J. Blige doing Family Affair and No More Drama, with how turbulent her life has been after her divorce. Then you got Kendrick Lamar showing up doing Mad City and Alright, a guy we haven't seen in a long time, who we've been waiting to see for a very long time. Yo, I still need that album from you, Kendrick. Then you got Eminem doing Forgot About Dre, Lose Yourself, a song that I love to hear every time he plays it. And to end it off with Still Dre. This is a very cleverly selected halftime show. But is it the best halftime show? I have to say no. Is it top 5? Yep. One of the best halftime shows I think we've seen in the last 10 years, to be honest with you. I mean, I definitely put it over the likes of the Shakira and J-Lo halftime show. You know, the Bruno Mars, the Katy Perry, the Weeknd halftime show, Lady Gaga. But there's 4 halftime shows in particular that I can't see myself putting it over. Definitely can't put it over the Madonna halftime show. They're definitely not going to be over the Prince halftime show, and my favorite, the Michael Jackson halftime show, and my sleeper favorite, the Beyonce halftime show. I mean, I gotta watch this a few more times before I put it higher than any of those, but I don't see it being higher than those. But I will say it is the best hip-hop halftime show. We are well represented in that halftime show. So, I guess in a sense it is the best hip-hop wise. But the best, nah. I still pick Michael Jackson and Prince. And Madonna and Beyonce. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you on the next episode of Body of Work.